you can do. I'm going to tell you one thing you're not going to do with it. You're not going to take it with you. This idea of saving for your old age, saving for a rainy day, you'll get a rainy day. I follow their pattern. Andrew Carnegie spent half of his life earning money and the other half giving it away. Giver's gain. You want to willingly give and graciously receive. You want to expand your mind. Expand your mind. What are you actually capable of doing? Now think. It's where you are, and it's where you're going. That's all you need. It's so simple. You got to know where you are. You know where you are. You got to know where you're going. And you know something? Most of you don't know where you're going. You say, oh yeah, we do. No, you don't. Most people are setting goals to do what they think they can do. They're taking into consideration what they know. They're taking into consideration the connections they've got. They're taking into consideration the money they've got. They're taking into consideration the people they're working with. None of that matters. Yet, that's doing what you think you can do. You've got to say, what do I really want to do?
Sí. ¿Qué tienes?
Jessie was when Sandy was sitting there. What do I really want to do? She didn't want to keep doing what she was doing. But she had never thought of that before. What do I really want to do? Do you know, wants come from the essence of who you are. Spirit, understand spirit. You're a spiritual being. Spirit's always for expansion and fuller expression. It's never for disintegration. It's always for expansion and fuller expression. You'll never be satisfied with where you are. Most people are afraid to even say they're dissatisfied. They think that means they're not happy. You can be very happy where you are and totally dissatisfied. That's two different things. I'm very happy with where I am, totally dissatisfied with the results we're getting. Dissatisfaction is part of the essence of spirit. Spirit's always for expansion and fuller expression. It's never for disintegration. So do you see that want? It comes into your consciousness from the essence of who you are. There's perfection within you. And spirit wants to express itself in a greater way. So don't ask, can you? How are you going to? Where's the money? Forget all that. This is so simple. Where you are, where you want to go. It's so simple. Why are so many people stuck? Why are so many stuck? I'd been raised to believe if you're going to earn a lot of money, you got to be really smart. I knew I wasn't very smart, but I was earning a lot of money. I was raised to believe if you don't go to school, you can't get a good job. I didn't have a good job. I owned the company. You see, a lot of people think the problem's goals. I don't think so. I think the problem's over here. The problem isn't knowing where you're going, because I think we do have these dreams flying into our mind. The problem is knowing where we are. See, there's the problem right there, paradigms. It's the program. It's control. You'll find people that are absolutely brilliant, but they're not doing what they know. See, being brilliant isn't the answer. It's executing what you know that's the answer. That's really the trick of life. Learning how to do what you know how to do. And that's really where we're going. He said, do you ever read anything? And I said, no, I can't read. And that wasn't true. I could read, not well, but I could. I found out that I read about as well as most people. Do you know the average person reads at about a grade 7 level? You watch their eyes, it goes click, 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 boom, click, click, click.
All right, guys, I'm going to be getting the call started here in about 2 minutes. Spread the word in all your chats. I'm sorry for the late start. I just checked into the airport and I just was able to find a good place to do it at this restaurant. So we're making it happen. So either way, we're going to make this call happen. So we'll start in 2 minutes, fam, and let's run it up.
They sound out mentally every word. A book is a picture painted in words. You get the picture. Because that's what the book is. Words are symbols, and every symbol has corresponding images. You put the right words together and you build images. The laws never change. This whole universe is run by law. The laws never change, ever. But they all buy into the same concepts. And of course, you can tell by the results they get. They get great results.
¿Cómo cuánto
Well,
me dura para hacer la
La
alita?
pizza es rápida, las alitas son rápidas.
They won't settle for anything but what they want.
Porque yo tengo esta llamada y me
Now,
va a
when
durar
you
como
want
media hora.
something,
So,
You can't
yo
let
tengo esta
other
llamada ahora, so me
people's
va a durar como media hora.
level of
Voy a durar
performance
aquí. So,
dictate your
Quiero que
wants.
se-
You've got to get what you want. You've got to go after what
Sí,
you want.
pero
And
para ahora no.
sometimes you'll be considered
Porque tú sabes
unreasonable.
para cobrártela y yo cuando,
That's okay.
cuando la tenga ya,
Don't
ya
let
te
that
lo
bother you. What somebody else thinks of you is
Tienes
not
que traerme
important.
la-
It's what you
en
think
media
of you
hora.
that's important.
me dejas saber cuando
See, that's another part of the paradigm. I thought there was security in a job.
No, de 5
If you
nada
think
más.
there's
¿oíste?
security in a job, you lose your job. You're toast because then you're going to be totally demoralized. If you haven't got security inside, you haven't got it. That's an inside job. I'll give this up, but what about? No. Let go. When you're going ahead, the only thing you can measure is what you're giving up. What about what's coming? You know what's coming? What you want. But you've got to be able to pay the price. You've got to have guts. If you haven't got guts, you don't deserve it. You think when person getting terrible results that they know they're doing something wrong. You know something? A lot of people don't know. It wasn't too long before I wouldn't have known that. They're getting bad results. They're trying to pretend like they're getting good results. They're putting on a front because they are afraid of what you think. I was at the point now where I really didn't care too much about what people thought. I was learning what was really important is what I think. The results always tell the truth. I don't care why you say you're getting them. The results tell the truth. What's going on outside is a reflection of what's going on inside. James Allen put it very well. He said, mind is the master power that molds and makes, and man is mind. And evermore he takes the tool of thought and shaping what he wills, brings forth 1,000 joys, 1,000 ills. We think in secret, and it comes to pass. Environment is but our looking glass. The world's telling us what's going on inside. Because what's going on outside is a reflection of what's going on inside. If you don't like what's going on outside, you better change the inside. And if you don't know how to do that, you better learn how to do it because the outside isn't going to change until you do it. You can blame other people. You can blame the
All right,
company. You can
let's
blame
rock
the
this.
country.
Here we go. All right, guys, there we are. If everybody can hear me and see me good, can I please get a 1 in the chat if you guys can all hear me and see me good? Just want to make sure it's good on your side. All right, dope. All right, guys, welcome, Grand Rising. As you guys can see, right now I'm at the airport, but I wanted to make sure that we got this call started. Muchas gracias. Sí, yo te dejo saber. I wanted to do this call because I know we started the YouTubes again up on Tuesday, and I was like, man, what do I look like starting it up on Tuesday and then canceling on Thursday? Like, I didn't want to do that, so I had to get to the airport early so I could be able to, run this up. But right now I'm on the start of my breakout tour. We're doing a tour all over the United States. It starts today. I'm going to Dallas. From Dallas, I go to Arizona. From Arizona, I go to Los Angeles. From Los Angeles, I go to Seattle. Then from Seattle, I fly back to Miami for like about a week. And then I go to New York, Toronto, Montreal, and Chicago. So, we're going to be running it up the next couple of days. And, I have a couple of amazing cities that I'm going to be visiting. So if you're in any of those cities, if you are in Dallas, if you are in Arizona, if you are in California, Los Angeles preferably, if you are in Seattle area, Miami, New York, Toronto, Montreal, and Chicago. If you are in any of those amazing cities, message me, let me know, hey, Nano, I'm from New York. Nano, I'm from Miami. Nano, I'm from Chicago. Nano, I'm from this. And let's meet up. Let's talk. Let's see how we could collaborate. Let's see how we can help each other. Let's see how we could bring value to each other. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to join my business. Maybe I just want to meet you. Maybe I just want to make a connection, family. So no Bay Area visit this time around. I'm going to be going to Tampa a lot this year. Actually, my little brother's moving to Tampa. So if you're up in Tampa, I would love to meet with some people over there. But, I'm just extremely excited to be on this call with all of you guys. I just want to say thank you so much. Welcome back to, YouTube's and Mornings with Nano. As you guys know, your boy's always on the move. I'm always on the move, and, I'm chasing it. I'm working after it every single day, no matter what it takes. This is what I love to do. So, I'm excited to do these calls every Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm going to make sure that we're very intentional about these. Like I said, I will be on tour. So if anything does come up, I will let you guys know. If you guys want to stay up to date to where everything is when it comes to, my calls, when it comes to my YouTubes, when it comes to my mentorship, when it comes to anything in general, just join my my exclusive mentorship group that's in my bio. So if you go to my Instagram bio at Long Live Nano, there is a Nano exclusive mentorship group. You guys join that group in my bio, and you guys will be able to get up to date with everything. I do apologize about this right here. So we'll wait. Let's see. Let me get this set up. This is crazy. We make it happen regardless. So today I want to make it very quick, but also a really good call. So today I want to talk about an intentional life is a great life. Okay, that was something I learned from one of my mentors, and I'll repeat just in case you guys couldn't hear me. An intentional life is a great life, and that was something that when my mentor taught it to me, it was absolutely game changing. I'll never forget it, because he said most people live their lives unintentionally. You got to be the individual that lives your life intentionally. Okay, and a lot of intentionality is very important. And what do I mean by intentionality? Is that everything has to be lived with a purpose. Every action you take has to have a purpose behind it. Nothing you do could just be done just to be done, right? Everything has to have some kind of purpose. And that's something that I've lived by, right? I learned this back in 2018, 2019-ish, when Matt Rosa said, yo, a person that lives their lives unintentionally doesn't know how they're actually living their lives. They're actually getting nothing out of their lives if they are not living intentionally. You must live intentionally. So I'm going to go over with you guys the key points to remember when it comes to living an intentional life, all right? Because this is what it's all about. It's about living intentionally, because when you live intentionally, guys, all the amazing things that you want in life will happen. Majority of the time, when someone isn't getting the results that they want, is because they are living unintentionally. It's because they have no purpose behind the actions that they're taking. And usually when you don't have a purpose behind the actions that you're taking, you're not actually creating anything. You're actually destroying things. Okay, so let's talk about an intentional life, right? Let's talk about this, because this was something that really, really helped me out a lot. And I think that it's important that you guys all understand this. So let's go over a couple of points here today. Point number one, when it comes to living an intentional life, you must know your direction. You must know the direction that you're going in. And what do I mean by that? It just means, what are your goals? Where are you going? What's your point B, right? That's the first step to living an intentional life, is knowing exactly where you're going, knowing exactly what you want, right? Because if I was to say today, when I got in my Uber and I was like, okay, just take me anywhere, that's not intentionality, right? I don't have no specific destination as to where I want to go. But no, when I got in my Uber today, I said, okay, I need you to take me from point A to point B. Point B is the airport. I knew exactly where I was going. Okay, today I know exactly where I'm going. I'm going to Dallas. When I land in Dallas, I gotta go to my hotel, get ready, because we have a training at 5 o'clock. We have a training from 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock, and then from 7 to 9 we have an event, and then from 9 till probably like about 11 there's gonna be a dinner. Go to sleep, wake up, go to the airport, go to the next city, and repeat the exact same progress, right? I have intention behind everything that I'm doing throughout each and every single day that I'm going about my life, because I know exactly where I'm going. I know my exact direction. And that was something that I really had to understand, because very early on in my life, at the beginning, I didn't really have a direction. I didn't know where I really wanted to go. I wasn't clear on what my goals were or what I wanted in life, right? So it's important, before you understand living an intentional life, right? I'm reading this from this training that I have here, is you gotta know your direction. You gotta know where you are going, regardless of what's happening in life. You gotta get very clear on that. Okay, and that's something that I'm very clear on. I know exactly where I'm going. I already have it pictured in my mind. I know the exact rank that I want to hit in my company. I know the exact amount of money I want to make this year. I know the amount of speaking engagements I want to do this year. I know the amount of money I want to make with the Nano brand, how many followers I want, how many Instagram followers I want to get to. I know everything on every area that I want. Okay, because I am being intentional. I know the exact amount of money I got to put down on the deposit from my mom's house. I know the exact amount of money that I'm setting aside for cryptocurrency. I am very intentional with everything. I know exactly everything that needs to be done. I know the leaders I got to develop in my business. I know the books that I got to read. Okay, I know exactly what needs to be done over the next couple of months in order for us to make the dream become a reality. So this is important that we all understand. Very important that we all understand. What is your direction? And are you clear on what you want to do with each and every single one of these things? Right? Are you clear? Do you know what you want with your personal life? Do you know what you want for your business? Are you clear with what you want with your social media? Are you clear with what you want with your family, with your relationship? You got to get clear on all of this, okay? It's a huge, huge, huge advantage if you know every single thing that you want in every area. And if you don't, guys, ask for help. Okay, one of the things that I'm going to be doing this year is I'm going to be offering one-on-one coaching for a high ticket price, obviously. Okay, for anyone that wants more of that one-on-one coaching on a professional, deeper level, at some point here before the summertime, I'm going to start offering one-on-one coaching for people that really want to work with me one-on-one over the 3 to 6 months that I can really, really tap in with you and really help you out with. But in the meantime, this is something that you guys got to figure out. You got to be able to sit down with yourself and be like, okay, what do I want from my personal life? What direction am I going with in my personal life? Where am I going with in my business? Where am I going with my social media? Where am I going with my family, with my relationships? What's the focus? Okay, because an intentional life is a great life, but it's only great if you know where you are going. Okay, you got to know where you're going. That's very, very important. That's number one. Okay, so put a one in the chat box if you know where you're going, if you know your direction, if you feel good about the things that you're going to focus on this year. Is everybody clear on this so far yet? Let me see. Do we got some ones in here? There we go. Clarity is key. Like, guys, I feel so good because I am clear on my goals. I know exactly what I want. I know exactly what I want to accomplish. I know exactly the things I want to do, the things I want to say. I know it all. Okay. So some people here need more clarity, and that's so important. Okay. And I'm so glad that you guys are being honest. And I'm so happy that you guys are saying this because at the end of the day, if you don't have that clarity, this is what happens. If you don't have the clarity, okay, what ends up happening is you're not clear on the actions you have to take, which means a lot of the times when you wake up and you go about your day, you're just kind of going through the motions in a way because you don't know what exactly you want. And because you don't know what you want, you don't know what you're supposed to be doing. And because you don't know what you're supposed to be doing, then you're just doing whatever everybody else is doing or whatever you're being told to do. Okay, so we got to help individuals that need more clarity get that clarity. Okay, and the way, and just to give you guys some quick tips, you got to break down your life into areas, right? Into sections. For anyone here, I would say 5 areas to focus on, right? I would say number 1, your personal life, your personal development, your self-development. What do you want for you? For example, how many books you want to read this year? You know, how much weight do you want to lose? Okay, like these are the kind of personal things you can focus on. Number 2, your business or your job, right? Some of you guys may still have jobs, okay? But this is key because even if you have a job, how much money do you want to save every single week from your job? Okay, by maybe your goal this year is to leave your job by what time during this year do you want to leave your job? Is it by the summertime? Is it by the fall? Is it by the end of the year? Right? You're gonna have to have a key of what you really, really want. And so we said personal, we said business or your job. Okay, I don't know about you guys, but I think relationships is very important as well. Okay, relationships with your friends, relationships with your family, relationship with your significant other. And it's in no specific thing. I'm just giving you guys all three. I mean, all four. Five. My bad. So we got 1, we got 2, we got 3. The next one is family. What do you want to do with family? Okay. And then finances is number 5. Okay. That's so key. Those were the areas I was taught. Number 1, your personal life. Number 2, your business or your job. Okay. Which is very key. Number 3, the relationships in your life. All right. Number 4, family. What do you want with family? Me, my family, I want to retire my family. Anybody that knows me knows I want to buy my mom and dad that house I promised them. So that's what I want for my family right now, and make sure that I'm investing more into their health to make sure that they live longer. Okay, and then my finances as well, making sure that when it comes to my finances, I'm saving the right amount of money. Okay, that all my taxes are paid, that my credit is good, that I'm putting money away into investments. Like, these are the things we got to make sure that we're getting in alignment. So if you guys ever need more help with that, reach out to me on the side. I wish I could do a more intense training breaking it down. But when I do my one-on-one coaching, these are the things that I'm going to be able to sit down with people with and be able to help them out with. So that was number 1. Yeah, 5-jar training is awesome. The house, bro, I got you. Where you trying to get the house? Probably either Dominican Republic or Florida, most likely. So that's gonna be the goal for this year. So number 1 is getting clear on your direction. Where do you want to go? That's number 1. Okay. Number 2, and it's something that I talk about all the time. Okay, you gotta have an intentional routine. You must have an intentional routine. Okay, someone who is successful, the reason why they're successful is because of the habits that they follow every single day, the habits that they're able to repeat on a day-to-day basis. Your routine has to be very intentional every single day. Every single day, you're intentional. I mean, your routine has to be extremely intentional. From the time that you wake up, to the time that you do your routine, to the time that you eat, to the time that you shower, everything has to be intentional. Put a 2 in the chat box if you use a calendar, right? Anybody here use a calendar that you follow every single day, right? That is just a matter of a calendar, right? I use a calendar. I don't know what I would do if it wasn't for my calendar. My life would be all around the world. Like, it would be all over the place if it wasn't for my calendar, right? So for the most part, in my calendar, the way it's set up, just because I know it off the top of my head, because I broke it down into sections, right? My day is broken down into sections. Okay, so for example, from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m., that's Nano's time. That's personal time. Okay, nobody can get me out of that. Okay, at 9 a.m. is trading time. All right, so at 9 a.m. I trade. 10 a.m. is mornings with Nano. So almost every day, basically now, every day, Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. is mornings with Nano. So between 6 and 10 a.m., that's usually for my personal development, my trading, and mornings with Nano. I already know from 6 to 10, that's all I'm doing. From 6 to 11, because that's when mornings with Nano finishes. 6 to 11, that's all I'm doing. I do 3 hours of personal time for me. I do an hour of trading and an hour of mornings with Nano. Okay, at 11, I take a break. Okay, you need breaks throughout your day. It's not good to go back. No, I take a break. So from 11 to like about 1-ish, I take like about a little hour to 2-hour break. And this is where I shower, I eat my lunch, I walk my dog Hazel. I'll chill, I'll listen to some audios in the background, so on and so forth. So about 2 hours, I take a little break. Okay, now I get my day started at 1, but I know exactly what I'm doing. I know the calls that I'm doing. I know the people I'm talking to. I know the content I'm going to post. Okay, everything is very intentionally planned out up until the time that I have my meals. I know that at 7 p.m. is a great time for me to have my dinner. So usually around 7 p.m. is when I'm having my dinner. Okay, I know that I got to take my last call at 10 o'clock because I don't take any more calls after 11 o'clock p.m. Eastern time, because my goal is to be in bed by midnight so I could be asleep and I could be up at 6 a.m. So my schedule is already on point from the moment I wake up to the moment I fall asleep. I know exactly what I'm doing every single hour of my day. Every single hour of my day, to the moment I go to sleep, to the time that I have my meals, to my personal development, to my time I'm gonna post. Usually I do a lot of my posting between 5 and 6 o'clock because I know everybody's getting out of work. So I use that time for Instagram. Usually I do a lot of intentional posting, engaging, talking to people around 5 and 6 o'clock because I know that that's a good time for me. So usually in my schedule, around it says 5 to 6. It is called, I call it flow, FLOW. I do something called flow. Flow is like a social media strategy that I learned, which the F is for follow people. So I'm always looking for new people to follow. The L is for show love to people. So I'm always showing love, engaging. If you guys show me love, I show you love. So if you guys ever see me commenting on your stuff, I'm always commenting and engaging as well. The L is for love. The O is for open conversations. Okay, so I'm looking for conversations to open through people's stories. So as I'm going through people's stories, I'm looking for ways to engage and talk to people. Okay, and then the W is for win people into your life. Basically, build relationships with people. Okay, June Acosta, no sleep, baby. I already know no sleep, baby. But this is important, right, for me because even with that, look, I'm intentional about even the time that I spend on social media. I'm just not on social media scrolling. I'm flowing on social media. I'm following people. I'm showing them love. I'm engaging. I'm opening conversations. I'm building relationships. Because remember, guys, my business requires me to build relationships. My business requires me to post content. My business requires me to be engaging with other business owners and with other entrepreneurs. So I'm not just on social media not being intentional. I am being intentional with my social media. If I'm going to spend an hour a day, 2 hours a day on social media, I'm going to make the best out of it. You know what I'm saying? So even with everything, my morning routine, everything is intentional about my morning routine in terms of what I'm going to visualize, the book that I'm going to read, what I'm going to write, what I'm going to be grateful for, where I sit, right? My meditations, I always face east because the sun rises in the east. Right? I'm even intentional with the water that I drink, with the things that I eat. Everything, there's an intention behind everything, right? I don't brush my teeth with my right hand. I brush my teeth with my left hand. Okay. I'm right hand dominant, but I brush my teeth with my left hand so I can start to work on the other side of my mind, right? This is unconventional. This is something my mind isn't used to. So, I brush my teeth with the left hand. When I'm doing my mirror work, for example, I was talking about this the other day on my private sessions. When I look in the mirror and I talk to myself and I do the affirmations and I say, I am successful, I am wealthy, I am abundant, I see you as a millionaire. I look into my left eye, right? And why do I look into my left eye? Okay, because your left eye has a vein that's connected to your heart. Okay, this is something that I learned, and somebody told me, yo, when you do your affirmations in the mirror, when you do your mirror work, okay, look into your left eye because your left eye has a vein that's connected to your heart. Okay, and that's the reason why the ring finger is the ring finger as well. I don't know if you guys know that, but the ring finger is because this finger is the only finger that has a vein that's connected to your heart as well. Okay, so there's everything that I do, there's always intention behind it. I don't just do anything just to do anything. Okay, I do things to make sure that everything is intentional, down to the point where the pen that I write with, right? I only write in blue pens. Blue pens, why? Because I know that with blue pens, my mind is more receptive to it. Okay, I have a great chance of remembering the information a lot more. Everything is intentional. I never just do anything just to do it. My journaling, the books that I read, when I'm reading a book, I never read a book just to read a book. Okay, I read a book that's gonna help me in the area that I'm currently in my life. So right now I'm in a season of momentum. I'm reading books that are teaching me about momentum and how to keep my momentum. Okay, I'm actually making sure that I'm doing everything intentionally, guys. Everything has to be intentional. You can't just do anything unintentionally. Even to the time that I wake up, 5:55. That's an intentional wake up time. Okay, there's a reason for that because 555 represents, the start of new beginnings. Every day is a new beginning for me. Okay, 555 represents the numbers of abundance and love and new beginnings and all of these great things. Everything is intentional, guys. Everything. Okay, when I get on this airplane right now, I'm gonna take out my journal and I'm gonna set my intentions for this tour. What are my intentions for this tour? What do I want to create out of this tour? Who do I want to meet during this tour? Everything is an intention, guys. Even to the conversations that I have, everything is an intention. So going back to point number 2 is you gotta have an intentional routine that you follow every single day. For me, it's easy. People ask me, how do you work so hard, bro? Bro, this stuff is easy. It's a walk in the park. I just wake up and do what's on my schedule. I just got to follow the schedule. It's not hard. The only time that is hard is when you don't know what you're doing and you're just going about it because you waste so much energy trying to figure it all out. I know what I'm doing from 6 to 9. I know what I'm doing at 9. I know what I'm doing at 10. I know what I'm doing from 10 to 12. I know what I'm doing from 1 to 5. I know the time that I'm eating. I'm just following a schedule. A schedule. And it's really not that hard, but you gotta I don't know if you guys ever heard this, but you ever heard that you only have a certain amount of decisions that you can make a day before your mind becomes what's the word? It starts to become overwhelmed and it lacks decision making. You ever heard that billionaires, like all these billionaires, sometimes they just wear the same thing every single day because they don't want to waste the decisions that they make on worrying about on what they're gonna wear in the morning. So instead they just wake up, they put the same jeans on, the same shirt on, some sneakers on, and they go about their way because they don't want to waste their decisions. Like, that's what happens, right? People don't want to waste decisions, and if you're always wasting your decisions throughout the day because you're not being intentional, it's going to cost you later on in the day. That's why sometimes it reaches 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the afternoon and people are already burnt out. That's, if anything, that's when you should be going even harder, because now is the time when everybody's going to take a break in the world and you got to be up and ready to go. So this is key information, guys, that I'm teaching you guys. Have an intentional routine. Be intentional about your routine. Sit down, plan out your whole entire week on Sunday. That's something that I do. On Sunday, I sit down and for 20 minutes, let's say, I sit down for 20 minutes and I plan out my whole week. I know what I'm doing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Everything. I know exactly what I'm doing at what time. And it's the same routine for the most part every single day, if you think about it, fam. It's a lot doesn't really change. Yeah, there's a different call times and different people, and maybe there's events that we got to go to and things, you switch them up in here and stuff, but everything is extremely planned out and intentional, guys. Everything, even down to what I eat, even down to the toothpaste that I use. I don't use fluoride toothpaste. That's just me. Okay, I only use fluoride-free toothpaste. I only use deodorants with no aluminum. I only use vegan hair products, even down to the oil that I use to cook my food, fam. Like everything, literally everything is intentional. Everything is intentional. That's how you gotta live. You gotta live intentional. You can't just live to live, because in reality, you're living to die, not to live. You gotta be on this game, guys. You guys gotta be paying attention to what's actually happening. Every single day, you're gonna be able to have more power that way. You're gonna be able to think clearly. You're gonna be able to imagine better. You're gonna be able to have more belief in yourself, more confidence in yourself, because everything you do is intentional. Everything you do is intentional. That's the key to living an intentional life, right? What is the title of today's topic? An intentional life is a great life. Everything you do must be intentional. If you're intentional about everything, your life is going to be great. Okay? If you live an intentional life, you're going to have a great life. Okay? So you must have a solid routine for everything that you do. Okay? That's number 2. All right? Put a 2 in the chat box if you guys are going to be more intentional about everything moving forward now. You guys are going to be more intentional about it, because that's the key, guys. We got to be more intentional about everything. Okay? We got to be more intentional about everything. So we said number 1, we got to get clear on our direction. We got to get clear on the direction. Number 2, we got to understand that we got to have a routine. All right? Number 3, okay? Show me your friends, I'll show you your future. Show me your friends, I'll show you your future. Okay? You have to be intentional about your friends as well and the people you spend time with. You know, I know this is an uncomfortable conversation for some, but sometimes the people that we spend time with are the ones that are holding us back the most. You got to be very, very careful with who you allow in your energy and who you allow to have influence over you and who you allow to speak life or death into you. Some people are speaking death into you, and I'm sorry. And not literally, but they're speaking negativity. They're speaking limiting beliefs. They're speaking hate. They're speaking jealousy into you, okay? And remember, your mind takes all of that in. If it's around you, if you can hear it, it's going into your heart. You got to remember this stuff. This is, guys, even the energy that people have. Remember, energy can't be created nor destroyed. It can only be transferred. Even you just spending time with somebody that's energy is off, and just because you're in their same field of energy, they transfer that energy to you. You guys ever been somewhere and somebody with bad energy walks in and everybody in the room automatically feels it? Why? Because the energy was transferred. It wasn't created, it wasn't destroyed, it was just transferred. So if you're hanging out with people that got bad energy, that energy is transferred to you. If you're hanging out with people that always have problems, sometimes those problems become your problems. Their limiting beliefs become your limiting beliefs. Their habits become your habits. Their way of thinking becomes your way of thinking. Because the people that you hang around, it is an energy thing. We got to always keep this in mind. I didn't believe this until I actually started to realize it, that everything is a collective consciousness. Your group of friends is a collective consciousness, believe it or not, because you guys think the same. You guys have all the same habits. Okay. You guys have all the same speaking, like the way you guys speak to each other, right? The same lingo, the same language. It's an energy. It's a collective consciousness, guys. So that's why they say, show me your friends, I'll show you your future. And I'm not here to say, hey, cut all your friends off. That's not what I'm here to say, because I love my friends. All my friends, I love them all. I didn't cut none of my friends off. They're still my, as a matter of fact, I was talking to one of my friends earlier before this, that I'm talking about old time friends. I'm not saying to cut them off, but what I'm saying is encourage them to change, encourage them to push themselves, encourage them to become better, encourage them to start doing the things that you're doing. And if you don't want to do it, if they don't want to do it, then maybe you may have to distance yourself a little bit from them so that you can inspire them, and then come back and tell them, like, look, bro, look at what I've been doing and look at what it's done for me. I want you to change your life too, bro. This is what I did. Here, do it as well. This is what it takes sometimes. But you gotta sometimes change your circle, right? They say, well, how do they say? If you don't like the circle that you're in, change your circle, something like that. There's a quote that I heard before. You guys, if you guys know it, let me know in the chat. But if you don't like your circle, change your circle, right? I love that. It takes separate to elevate. Sometimes you got to separate to elevate. All of us got to do it. That's an intentional life, because you're intentional about the people that are giving you information. You see, now I'm so blessed. Yeah, if you can't change your circle, then change your circle. That's facts. And look, I love that quote. If you can't change your circle, then change your circle, right? It's so key. But listen to this. I'm so grateful, because I used to think about times where I was like, man, I can't wait till all the people in my circle are very successful and blessed. Be honest, guys, in my new group of friends, I'm the brokest person in my new group of friends. And I have money, and I have a lot of influence. But out of all of them, I have the less amount of money in reality, because all my mentors are 7 and 8 figure earners, all who have made millions and millions of dollars. I'm one of the only ones missing to make $1 million, which is gonna happen here within the next 6 to 12 months. But guess what? I'm hanging around I'm hanging around 5 millionaires. Guess who's going to be the 6th? Nano. And then all those millionaires are going to turn into 8-figure earners. Then I'm going to be a millionaire, and now I'm going to be hanging around with 8-figure earners. And all my 8-figure friends are going to be teaching me how they went 8 figures. And then guess what? I'm going to be an 8-figure earner. And then you know what? You guys are going to be 8-figure earners, because everything that they teach me, I teach you guys. Guys, all the information I teach you guys on this call, I want you guys to know this comes from 7 and 8-figure earners. This is not for me. Everything that I'm teaching you is what my rich friends taught me. Yo, these are the books you read. These are the audios you listen to. The audio that was playing before this call started, that's a Bob Proctor audio that nobody has access to. Only I have access to that. Barely people have access to that, because that was a training he did for his 6-figure earners. Played it for a couple of minutes just so you guys can hear the kind of information. But guess what? That was my friends. Because I have amazing friends, I get put onto all the investment ideas. I get put onto all the books. I get put onto all the best health ideas. I get put onto everything. That's why showing people your friends shows people your future. My future looks very bright, and I give God all the glory and all the thanks for it. But guess what? It took for me to grow. It took for me to know where I was going. It took for me to have an intentional routine that I've been following for years, to then find the right friends, to then find the people that wanted to invest into me. It didn't just happen overnight. I didn't always have these friends, but now I do. Because when eventually what ends up happening is people see who wants it or not. So people said, man, this kid Nano, man, he knows where he's going. You know what? This kid Nano, he's been doing his routine. They always watching. Man, this kid's been showing up. He's been doing the work. He's been doing what's required. He hasn't quit. He's been loyal. He's shown integrity. You know what? Let me grab this kid right here. Let me help him out a little bit more. Let me put him under my wing real quick. Let me teach him the books to read. Let me teach him the audios to listen to. Let me connect him with the right people. Let me give him some investment ideas to put some money in his pockets. Bro, that's what they did for me. They said, yo, this kid right here, I see something in this kid. Come here, bro. They put me under their wings, and they started teaching me the ropes. They started teaching me everything that I needed to know, because they see that I have the potential and I have what it takes to go and do the same things that they've done. And what they're doing for me is what somebody did for them. So they're just paying it forward. And what they're doing for me, I'm going to do it for you guys, because I want to see all of you guys make millions. I want to see all of you guys be in the circles that I'm a part of. I want to see all of you guys travel the world and live your lives and retire your families and do all those things. I want to see all of you guys do that stuff. I want nothing but the best for everybody here. I want to see everybody here get closer to God. I want to see everybody on this call put themselves in a position to create generational wealth for you and your family and for the generations to come, and for you to break all the generational curses. I'm going to give you guys all the tips, all the tricks. You know why I'm never scared or never worried to share information with people? Because even if you share with people, they still got to do the work. You know what I'm saying? So I could give you guys all the keys. I could give you guys all the secrets. I could give you guys all the books. I could give you guys everything, but you still got to do it. You still got to listen to the audio. You still got to read the book. You still got to apply the information. You still got to go through the failures. So that's why I'm always like, here, guys, this is all that I know. This is all that I've been taught. Here, take it. Because unfortunately, at the end of the day, only a few ever do it. So I can give you guys everything. I can give you all the ingredients. I can give you the flour. I can give you the eggs. I can give you the icing to the cake. I can give you it all. But if you don't go and build it yourself, if you don't put it all together yourself, well, you'll never be able to build the cake. I could give you the bricks. I could give you the cement. I could give you the wood. I could give you everything. But you still got to go build the house. And that's what I do on these calls. I give you guys the tools. I give you guys the weapons, right? Because the last thing I want is for you guys to go to war with the life that's out there without any weapons, because you're going to lose and you're going to get destroyed. You're going to get killed. And I'm not saying literally. I'm just saying with life, spiritually. if I don't weaponize you guys with the right words to speak, with the right thoughts to think, with the right actions to take, if you don't know what you're doing in this world, the world will get the best of you, and it will take you, and it will do whatever it wants with you. Because remember, what do they say? If you don't learn how to play the game will play you. All these things that I teach you is to prepare you for life. So when you're gonna give the ingredients, bro, I've been giving the ingredients all call. I've been giving the ingredients for years. So we gotta always keep that in mind, guys. Okay, we always gotta keep that in mind. Our friends make a big difference in the way that we live our lives. Okay, number 3. So put a 3 in the chat box if you're gonna be more intentional about the people you spend time with. Okay. All right, last one. Here we go. Everybody wants handouts now. Nah, no handouts over here. We gotta work for it. We definitely gotta work for it. Let me see what time is boarding for me. Boarding is at okay. So I gotta wrap it up right now in a little bit. Okay, so that's number 3. Make sure that the friends you keep around you are, very intentional, and it's just not anybody, because you want to make sure that I was just playing, Kevin. I love to see everybody here, fam. Real quick, I just want to see where is everybody calling in from. I want to see. I know yesterday we had a lot of different cities. I know a lot of people are rejoining now. We have about 60 on Instagram. We got over 200 people live right now as we call on this call. This is amazing. This is amazing, and we it's only second day back. Let's see where's everybody calling in from, real quick. We got Long Island in here, Miami, BK, Jersey, Vegas, Houston. My brother Jug, love you. Cali, Mississippi, Virginia. We got any international people on here? Let's see. We got London in the building. We got Sweden in the building. Okay. Cali, Stanford, Virginia, New Mexico, Lakeland, Tampa, Italy. We got Italy in here. Okay, we got Texas, Orlando. That's awesome. Brooklyn in the building, Tampa. Denmark is in here. Omaha. Doral's in the house. What's up, Papi? South Carolina, Slovenia. Sheesh. This is Belgium's in here. So Toronto's in here. So we got people from all over, guys. That's the beauty of this community. And you guys are my friends. So my future looks very bright. Like, think about it. I got friends all over the world. I got friends in Hawaii. I got friends in Slovenia. I got friends in Belgium. I got friends all over the States. This is amazing. My friend, they said, show me your friends, show me your future. Well, look at you guys here. You guys are my friends. My future is bright. Because guess what? We all want to see each other win. We all want to see each other grow. We all want to push each other to the best of our abilities. And that's what life is all about. It's about surrounding yourself around the people that want to help you elevate your life and put you in a position to win. All right. So for everyone who's been here, okay, how to live an intentional life, right? An intentional life is a great life, okay? We said, number 1, we need to get clear on our direction, where we're going, okay? Number 2, we talked about having an intentional team that you follow each and every single day, okay? Number 3, all right? We got to remember that we got to have the right friends around us, okay? Show me your friends, I'll show you your future. And then last but not least, number 4, remember this: life is not just a passing of time. It's a collection of experiences. Life is not just a passing of time. It's a collection of experiences. Poland in the building. Let's go, baby. It's a collection of experiences, guys. Go out there and collect experiences. Don't be scared to live your life, because remember, we only get one of these. Collect experiences. What do you think I'm doing right now? I'm collecting experiences. I'm about to go on tour. I'm going to Dallas. I'm going to Arizona, California, Seattle. I've been to all of these states, but I get a chance to go again. Okay? I get a chance to go again. What am I doing? I'm collecting experiences. Okay? I'm at the airport right now doing this call, speaking Spanish, doing this, doing that, ordering food. What am I doing? I'm being intentional. Okay, I'm being intentional. And being intentional is very important. Okay, I'm collecting these experiences every single day. I'm collecting experiences. Can you repeat the other quote on the friends part, please? Show me your friends, I'll show you your future. Show me your friends, I'll show you your future. So life is not just a passing of time. It's a collection of experiences. collect your experiences, and understand that everything that's happening in your life is part of the experience. Me doing this call at the airport is an experience. You being on this call is an experience. Whatever happened to you yesterday was an experience. The friends that you have are experiences. The people you talk to are experiences. All right. The books you read are experiences. Everything in life is an experiences. Collect them. Collect the experiences and embrace your experiences. And the way you have intentional and you have experiences that create the best life for you is when you're vibrating at that level. You got to be vibrating at that level. Thank you, Monique. I appreciate you. I missed you too, fam. You got to be vibrating at that level. Okay. You want good intentional experiences. You got to vibrate at that level. All the experiences I have are amazing. Why? Because I'm vibrating at that level. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling amazing. I'm filled with love. I'm filled with gratitude. My life has changed. Okay. I'm healed. All right. I forgave. I put my life in the hands of God. Everything is working for me, guys. That's what it's all about. So those are the 4 ways to live an intentional life that will lead to a great life. I said number 1 was get clear on what you want. Get clear on your goals. Get clear on your direction. I said number 2, you got to have the intentional routine. The intentional routine is very key. Okay. Number 3, show me your friends. I'll show you your future. And then number 4, which is very key, which is what I just said, life is not just a passing of time. It is a collection of experiences. Collect your experiences and you will see what life is all about. If you guys got value from that, put some 444s in the chat. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys all again for taking the time to jump on this call. Like I said again, I do apologize for the music and the intercom and everything that's happening on here. I just wanted to make sure that we did do this call because I know how important this is to you guys and how important it is to me. The other day, I got a lot of amazing, messages, people telling me, Neno, you don't know how much I needed that call. You don't understand how much I needed that call. So I didn't want to cancel. Si me la puedes traer ya te regreso. Sí. So I'm gonna do a quick prayer for us, and then we're gonna go from there, family. So thank you guys so much for living this life with me and kind of being there with me through this whole process. I almost feel like I'm taking you guys all with me on this trip right now. So I thank you guys so much for hopping on, for the support. We'll be back next week on Tuesday for another great episode, and I'll make sure that I'm sitting down and that we're making this run, fam. So wish me some safe travels. Let me just pray over us really quick and we'll get this call finished. All right. Father God, we thank you so much for allowing us to wake up on this Thursday morning. We are so grateful for the life that we get a chance to live each and every single day, especially today. After today's training, we learned about living an intentional life, a life that's filled with purpose. And we want to live the life that you have for us, the life that you've designed for us. And we are trusting you, God, and we are trusting in everything that you do for us, the people that you bring into our lives, the situations and all the circumstances. We have given you the wheel and take us exactly to where you want to go to, Father. We are thankful for your love. We are thankful for your protection. We thank you for this community that you've created for us to grow and elevate with. And we just thank you for all the blessings that are in our lives today and for all the blessings that are coming. Let's go out there and have an amazing and productive day. We love you and we appreciate you so much, God. In God's name we pray. Amen. 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 Okay. Amen. 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 So I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for all the safe travels and the safe flights. You guys already know that my heart is deep and I love you guys always and forever, fam. So with that being said, I hope you guys have a beautiful day. And if you guys are in Dallas, hit me up so we can connect, fam. God bless. Thank you so much.